Hi guys, Willie Davidson here. Welcome to my channel. In this video of the day, I would actually like to talk about two types of corded drills. One of the drills is 240 volts, so there's the plug there. Okay, that one there. And this corded drill is 110 volts. Okay, that's the 110 volts that you use on your power tools and that you use on sites and that over here in Britain. And at the back, you've got your wee hand drills. Really, these drills are old, really old by the way. So you've got your wee hand drill, and then you've got your even older one, hand drill. So see, this video, I'd just like to hear a wee chat about them. If you're interested, hang about, have a wee listen, and we'll see how the video goes. Right, the first one we'll talk about, I think what we'll do is we'll talk about the Bosch one, which is this one. As I say, the drills are roughly the same, that one and that one. Obviously they're different powers, that's 110 and that's 240. But the actual using of the drill power wise for the torque and that will probably be about the same. Okay, right, so what we'll do is, we'll chat, as I say, we'll talk about the Bosch one first and we'll hear a wee go over it. Now, as you can see, it's your old style chuck that's on it. And for that chuck, you see the hole? You'll need a chuck key, which is here. As I say, you use it with a chuck key. We'll move this one out the road, and the other two. We'll move them out the road, guys, because as I say, we'll get to them. We'll just put them on the side, gives a bit more room to use this one. On this drill, there's roughly about 2 meters of cable on it. Power lead, power cable, whatever you want to call it. As I say, the chuck is very handy because it's got a same wee bit that you can, like a wee holster that's on the cable at the bottom of the drill. So, we'll just stand it up here. Right, the chuck actually goes in here, and you can wind it for to open the chuck with the chuck key. And I've just given them a WD-40, guys. They've been lying in a box for quite a long time, so you can imagine they're quite old. Yep. Now remember, if you're going to mess about with power tools, make sure it's unplugged before you start. Again, turning the chuck and that, it is pretty slack, so you can see if you turn that, that's it going out. And you see that going in. So when that goes in, it makes a hole bigger, guys, that you can put a drill bit into. But you know all that stuff, I don't need to go into that. But anyway, as I say, this drill, as I say, it's 240. It's got a 2-position trigger on it. You see it there? 1, 2. You press it in, and if you hold, you've got to have that pressed in. You press that in, right, and you can do that to lock it in position so the trigger stays in. Press it again and it releases. Alright, so press that right in and you can lock it, and that'll hold the drill on, going down its high speed, whatever. Now it is only a one direction drill, this. It only like goes clockwise, the drill, when you're using it. Okay, when you're drilling. The drill on the top has got for braking, hammer action, and for drill. You see that? So if you just want to drill into wood, whatever you don't need hammer action for, just leave it on the drill position on it, right? If you're going into masonry, with masonry drill bits, that'll put the hammer action on if you put it to that position there, and then obviously you just pull the trigger and it goes. Alright, right, I'll turn it around and let you see what's on this side. Right, as I say, guys, these drills, I've had them for years, a very long time. It's a very old drill, but hey, it still works, and it still works fine. Obviously you've got to look after your cable on them, and I might go on about where the motors breathe, even in battery tools, where the motors breathe. When you're using them, keep them clear, don't cover them, let the air go through them so that The drills will heat up, but so you don't overheat them or prevent it overheating. Okay, as I say, that's your 240 drill with your 240 plug, and I'll put that back in the wee hole. Right, I don't want to make the videos too long, guys. So as I say, we'll put this one to the side and we'll get the 110 volt one. We'll get that one and we'll hear just a wee quick gun out of this one. Now this drill is newer. It is a newer drill. It's probably still, I don't know, does it have a date on it? We'll check it now. Check the label. Let's have a wee look on this label. I don't know if that gives you a date. Metabo. That's made in Germany too. Wow, eh? Both of the drills are German, but you can see. And see these double squares here, guys? That's a class 2 item for pat testing. If you get your stuff pat tested with like your drills for site work and that. Okay. So that's about the same length of cable on it, up to a couple of meters. You've got your 110 yellow plug. If you ever see a plug that size, but this bit's blue, that's 240. Okay. So lay that to the side. In the end of the cable, at the bottom of the handle, you can see that one's got a chuck as well that you use for this end. It does the exact same as the other one. Right. Turn it around. And on this drill, you've got this thing here. It's for measuring your depth of hole. So if you put a drill bit in there for to drill a hole, you can measure with this and tighten that there. Say you only want the drill to go in about, say, 2 inches. We'll say there that's about 2 inches. You tighten that up, right? You put your drill bit in, and you can see your drill bits away out here. So your measurement from there to there will be 2 inches. Always measure it from there to the end of the tip of the drill. And then when you drill into the wall, that'll touch the wall and stop, and that'll just go in 2 inches. Or whatever you set it to. Okay? Now, another thing this drill's got, it's got a rabbit. Can you see on this switch here? It's got a, see it right in the centre? That's a rabbit. It's upside down, guys, that's the only thing. It's like a wee rabbit, an upside down running rabbit. And that one's a tortoise. And that's like there, pointing at that. So it's on a lower speed than now. And then if you spin it round to the rabbit, it'll obviously go at a higher speed. This one here must mean the directional of the motor. So that drill must be able to turn one way, and then you flick that and it'll go another way. Okay, same principle with this. Pull the trigger in, press the button, and the trigger will stay in, so it will continuously work until you touch the trigger and let it out. Okay, as I say, this brand's Metabo. It's made in Germany. There's the SBE 660. It's actually quite a good drill. I've used it many a times. I actually had it on a bench drill stand fixed onto it. So I had that like that for long enough. What you done was you took this handle off it and you fixed the drill onto the bench stand, drill stand, so that you could use a lever to pull it up and down. And I just had the trigger on all the time and worked it for a power switch on the wall. Okay. Now, on the top of it, you've got this here. See? So, if you're wanting it just for drilling, keep that. I'll move it back. See the wee drill? Right in the centre of the screen. Drill bit. And then there's your hammer action at the other side. So that's the same. You can have it on drill or hammer action. Simple. As I say, the only thing this does different to the other drill is, well, sorry, there's two things. Well, Aye, well obviously it's a different style of plug you've got to watch. That's only 110 volt and their one's 240. And this here, it goes forward and reverse. That other one doesn't go, the Bosch doesn't go forward, it just goes clockwise. It just goes one way. Okay, right, let's get rid of these ones, move it to the side. And we're going to go old school, guys. We'll go for the sort of semi-old one. This one, back to basics. Now, I don't know if any's, there must be loads of yous out there use this type. See, it's a Stanley. It's a Stanley. It's made in England. For all my friends across the pond, you must get them like types made in USA, get them made in Germany, different types of them. But as I say, this one here, it's made in England. You didn't need no power, it's just a case of small chuck in the end, you do it by hand, you just turn that, and your drill bit goes in there, you tighten it up, then it's just a case of holding that and turning it. I'll set this down. It's just a case of that, basically, guys. Forward and reverse, and it's you that's doing it. So simple. Folks say, well, where would you... I was at a job at Blackgrange Diageo, right? And the boys that were doing guttering and that, or inside the place, it's full of whiskey barrels and that, so they're not allowed to use power tools in case there's an explosion with a spark, any type. So this is what they were using. It took the job a lot longer today, but when they were drilling in for to make holes, for to put like screws and all that, and it done the job. As I say, hey, it worked years ago, so why not work now? It's just a bit slower, but obviously you weren't getting sparks off it, so that's what they had to use. So you can say they still get used nowadays for certain jobs, certain places that's high risk, that you're not allowed to use power tools. But yes, I mean, there's not really much more I can say about that. It's about a foot long, this thing. It's about a foot long. So, aye, and they're simple to use. Easy to maintain. I just give them a wee squirt with WD-40 every now and again, and it keeps them free. Right, put that on the side. And this bad boy, this is really old. Really old. You can see by the paint and that on it. With the wear. Yeah. Again, what comes to mind looking at that, guys, is that, I'm not really sure, is it called a bolster? Would you call it a bolster? I'm not really sure. Could somebody leave in the comments or something the name of what type drill thing this is? Just looking at it, bolster comes to mind, but I could be totally wrong, guys. I've never really done any, I've just took them out just for to do a quick video and to let you see them. But there's guys out there who'll ken exactly what that is and what it was used for. But as I say, it's just an old style drill. Seen many of farmers using them and that, as I'm going to show you bits that goes into it. After I've done this video, I'm going to do a video on drill bits, different types of drill bits. As I say, I'll put this back a bit, and you hold that and then all you do is spin that round. Just spin it round and round, and it, whatever you've got the drill bit in, it will drill. Same idea with the chuck. You just turn that, and the jaws go in and get wider, and do that. When the jaw's shut, guys, and it holds the drill bit. Alright, now, the only thing is, this has only got 2 jaws in it, right? I'm going to show you a drill bit in my next video, and I'm going to actually use it in this. And I'm not really sure, I dare say it would hold ordinary drill bits, but I'm going to show you a bit that it uses for drilling into wood. A timber bit for it, a wood drill bit. There's not really much more I can say about it, guys. Try to see what it says on it, if there's any writing on it. What does that say? Alright, that's made in England as well. Says it there, there's writing there. I don't know if you can really see that. Right in the centre of the screen, guys. Made in... What's that? Try to get the light. Made in... It's got something there written. And then it says England. So, aye. So that's an English tool as well then. Quite old. So, as I say, I'll end it at that. It's 15 minutes. It's long enough. If you liked this video, guys, give me the thumbs up. If you've used one, give us a comment. Do you have one? Give us a comment. Let me ken how you got on with them. You can't beat it. The old tools. Back to basics. A lot of folk would have probably flung them out years ago, but hey, they've still got their jobs that they can use nowadays. Anybody can use them. Simple. And these, the great thing about these is you don't have to have power to use them. You can use them anywhere. Right guys, I'll get you on the next one. The next one will be, I'm going to do on drill bits. So if you're interested in drill bits, different types of drill bits and that, and I'm going to show you that back one, special drill bits, old ones I've got for that. So bye now, get you later.